if you're looking at these devices as not being wayfinding, navigation devices, and being devices that give you relevant and appropriate information about speed. So this is just taking a snapshot of several of the devices several SatNav devices. And as you can see, just the whole design and delivery of the display is really devoted to the map. The speed information, you really have to search within that to find what it is. And you may have to search quite a lot to distinguish between what the relevant speed limit is as opposed to what your particular vehicle speed is. They're not highly identified at all. And the private sector involvement has been through the standalone SatNavs, but now it's smartphones, and this is the big message I wanted to present today. Smartphones are just coming through, pouring through into the Australian community. So the shift is from this kind of stuff to this. Some of the applications are not well received because they're designed to actually allow drivers to evade enforcement activity rather than supporting general safety. What you're going to see is that navigation systems will be available freely within smartphones. At least one company, which is the SpeedAlert or Smart Car Technologies, is releasing a free app for iPhones and Google Android devices fairly soon. One of the things I like about it is that the presentation of the speed information, it's now not a focus in terms of navigation, the focus is in terms of speed. So this is the kind of material that you actually get presented when you have the device sitting in your car. And I think I'll stop at that point. So,
okay,
yeah.
Thanks Ian. Any a quick question, Jules?
Ian, I'm just a little bit confused. Do you mean these systems will feed back to you what the prevailing speed limit is, or
Yes.
are they measuring your speed?
Both.
Both.
Speed limit, your speed.
Okay.
Okay. This is what the device, this is Bill's company device, what it looks like. You can basically, with a lot of the discussions that we had, particularly in terms of the project that we did with the Centre for Road Safety, was looking at this question. You really can't allow tolerances, you can't allow illegal behaviour. So if you're looking to regulate ISA devices through a government component, that is a vexing problem because of that whole notion of people driving a little bit over the limit and maintaining traffic speed and so on. If you're looking at a private sector purely delivered product, which is what this one is, it would probably not be performing well on some of the functionality of that system that I described at the beginning, simply because the user, it's been designed now that the user can actually set the tolerances, set the target speeds and those sorts of things. But once you've done that, if you've set your target speed so you want to be at 50, you've just come over 50, you get an amber alert, you've just come over the 50 speed limit, you're doing 51. If you set it at 55 as being your, I don't want to tolerate any speed in excess of that, then you'll shift to this kind of display, which the reason I like it from the human factors point of view is it's really obvious. You're starting to provide unambiguous information. It's not the bing, 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 dong, 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 whatever the crazy symbols and noises and so on that you're looking, or you're looking within a navigation display to find something about the speed. At least with these products, they're designed to deliver you with what your target information is, which is what is your vehicle speed, what is the speed limit, and what are you doing relative to each of those. I guess my message is simply that the market is moving faster than we can possibly understand. You know, the work that we did for the Centre for Road Safety a year ago is now essentially supplanted because look at, you know, we were talking about being able to have this functionality in vehicles. We did all of our calculations in terms of cost effectiveness and so on, all based on pricing around that $200 to $500 mark. And now the damn thing's free, you know. So it's just moving really, really quickly. And this is the last thing I stopped pushing, give me a yell, but I just wanted to mention this kind of stuff here. This, again, is private sector. This is not government. This is not policy setting. per se. This is the private sector actually again delivering the kind of stuff, and talked about that a little bit, or referred to it, and she actually got asked a question. One of the CASA folk who asked the question about insurances and so on at Anne's talk. But anyway, this is a coming. It's not in Australia currently, but it's available in the UK and in the US, where essentially your insurance product and the pricing that you pay is based on how you're driving the vehicle. It's all the stuff that you guys were talking about. The problem is that this is public sector, this is business case, this is actually out there in the community currently. And that is a real problem for this whole technology, is it's just moving at such an extraordinary pace that you can't keep.
Speaking of moving, I guess we'd better allow people to go to lunch, so if you've got more questions, please come and ask him.